katiba?
I always refer to the statement by my teacher and good friend PLO, the collapse of the state, the collapse of the executive, the collapse of the legislature, the collapse of the judiciary. But you see, the legislature is the house where the sovereign is domiciled, because it is constituted of representatives of the people. That is why in other democracies it is called the House of Representatives. So if the representatives of the people can be looked at from this prism, where the president looks at them as extortionists, but we have rightfully said the president has created them as extortionists. We, the people, look at them as traitors, but we cannot be blamed because we give them a limited contract of 5 years to do right. In between, they decide to do wrong. And nothing depicts better the doing of wrong by the representatives of the people than the issue of passing of the finance bill. And I remember vividly, they came, all of them, and said, we will pass the finance bill. Arrogantly so. And then when there was uproar from the people of Kenya, majority of them being the Gen Zs, the population of Kenyans between the age of 18 and 30, the president caved in. But before caving in, he came with a rebuttal saying that I will take drastic action. I think that statement must have been made first in anger. But on reflection, he decided to retreat. But the retreat was also deceitful. Because he reorganized his cabinet, so to speak, yet he ought to have gotten rid of the entire cabinet. He decided to negate his assent to the bill. And the foolish representatives were there clapping, as if something good had happened. What Prof has said here is true now than ever before. We need representatives of the people, individuals who are not only independent in their mind, but independent financially.
Absolutely.
I've coined this term before. I used it on some 8 council members, financial elasticity. You cannot have members of parliament who are financially elastic. Point number 1. Number 2, members of parliament must be intensely informed in the affairs of government, in whatever field. Be they engineers, be they teachers, understand, be they dock workers, be they lawyers, they must be informed. A majority of members of parliament right now do not belong to any professional body.
At all.
The other day I saw somebody reading hard for a PhD in a university in Murang'a. Where? That's bullshit. It's stupidity. It cannot be countenanced. You understand? And I blame part of the intelligentsia. The people who have gone to school, not the guru. A school atop a tuck shop. People who have gone to school.
Well, not running for political jobs.
They have to run for
jobs.
office.
Like I am. In Langata.
But here's the thing then, Council Havi. How then do we fix this democratic problem when it's the people who hold the mandate, they have all the sovereign power, and in a democracy the downside could be that a byproduct could be as bad as Donald Trump?
Let me just answer this question, Ahmed, because I'm running for office. I'm also pushing for presidential candidates. The other day somebody told me, Maraga does not have money, does not have traction. It doesn't have gravitas, it's not brutal. we don't need a brutal president. What for? This is not Haiti. It's not from Feg. It's not Vietnam. This is the Republic of Kenya. You understand? We need the most docile president because the Constitution has elaborated clearly what has to be done. In fact, we can have a dog for president and the country will run. You understand? But what we need is an impactful legislature. People who will formulate, legislate laws for the better of the people. Individuals who will oversight the executive. Individuals who ensure that there is equitable distribution of the national revenue wheresoever. So that this national revenue is not used as a carrot and a stick for popularity in the name of economic empowerment. Individuals who will ensure that there is development throughout the country. You understand?
Okay.
And there are many of this. But see, when we go to the electorate, they'll start telling you, you know, you have it, you speak a lot of English, your overall is well ironed, your shoes are well polished. How is that my problem? My work, if you give me the opportunity to serve, is to do the 4 things in Parliament.
Okay.
It's a brutal job.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry to say, it may even require a tough, arrogant character.
Yeah.
That is what we had in the name of Paul Mwite,
Yes.
James Orengo, Gitobi Wanyara,
Anyang.
Azakarua.
Yeah.
These were brutal individuals, so to speak. They were even arrogant. But that is what we need for the House.
Okay.
Not emasculated characters.
Yes, Sheila, I'll come to you. Yes, It's